Jackson now off the bootleg. That is caught inside the 5. Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the Falcons score to cap it off.
Saints nothing.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Now Jones. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. 3rd down here. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Minshew. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. Jackson on 1st down. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Jackson. That's caught by his running back where he booster. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run, and of course, get to the quarterback.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
He's across midfield.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 36. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
First down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Going deep downfield for Ross. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Steps away. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Saints, nothing.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone, get you 6?
25-yard.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
At the 23.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd down, Johnson takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Adrian Amos on the tackle.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
First and 10.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Play action. It's Jackson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Myles Garrett. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Going deep downfield for Ross. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Pass to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. Complete, he finds Bray. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, Minshew looking to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
That's good.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Caught on the right side by Jones. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Zay.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Lambeau is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room.
They can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Falcons take over 1st and 10.
Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
17 yards.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the...
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's got room. There he goes, right side. And he's into the end zone. A final return. And a Saint touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
27-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
2 yards.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
9 on the play. But it brings up 4th down.
They'll try it now with Swift.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Falcon ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 34-yard line.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down.
Jackson. Deep ball for Goodwin. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 61 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Kerryon Johnson on the
Tough
handoff.
day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not.
He's tackled at the 30.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson, flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he'll get this up past the 47. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Brings up
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. They go play action now. Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders. I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Makes the score Falcons 27.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
The tight end Cameron Brate was the target. And now it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 10.
The Saints on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun is Minshew. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33.
Minshew's pass intercepted by the Falcons.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll run with Swift.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Touchdown.
DeAndre Swift. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Mitch Wishnowsky.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. And here again comes Gardner Minshew.
And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory, like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time? Hopefully with a chance to win.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Saints on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. It'll be Minshew again. And great, the tight end's got it. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
48-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Defense. Why are we doing this?
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Off play action, it's Minshew. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now the throw left sideline here is complete. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards.
First down.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for John Ross that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Play action. Now Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Another Texas start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long. Going deep downfield for Ross. incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll try it now with Mostert. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Minshew on first and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On second and 10, it's Minshew. There's that man again. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Brate, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play you would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Taking a deep shot here and this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
6-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Here's Minshew. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Minshew, and he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Minshew sets to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now a dump off here complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Go for it on 4th, but this one's going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
The Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year.
And they will return home next week to take on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Meanwhile, for the Saints, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone,